thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, almost 700 of you clicked the link and submitted results for our PRECON League. How did we do?
Well, we got a bunch of votes and all the people who voted in the comments. Thank you very much. We have some definitive results for who's going to be playing what. Now, just so you are aware, if you didn't watch the first video, we're going to be playing in a pre-constructed commander deck league. And the end, that person is going to become the commander. And the idea is that as we're playing, when you win or lose, you're going to be able to switch out some amount of cards in your pre-con with no restrictions other than the Game Changers list. And then, by the end, we'll have a victor.
Yeah, and we'll have some maybe power-ups for people who are big losers, and the winners can grab some Game Changers. There's going to be some fun, some twists, some excitement. But generally, this was about what you guys wanted to see on camera.
So, we are starting everybody off with a pre-con deck released by Wizards of the Coast, and here are the results that you, the Skill Check community, voted for.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen these.
Starting with Aaron. Aaron got loads and loads of votes, a lot of landfall, a lot of stuff that kind of would fit Bristly Bill style stuff. A lot of people also voted for Bristly Bill, not a pre-con. That's not how that works, but I appreciate the enthusiasm.
That's great.
Aaron with 76 votes, almost 10% of his entire voter base, Velociraptor.
Oh, let's go!
We're gonna see Pantlaza and a lot of Dino Smackdown coming from Aaron.
I don't think he's like played dinosaurs, but he's like drawn a perfect circle around dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
He's played the biggest in green, he's played the biggest dragons. Oh, he's gonna love them.
And really, Dinos is flexible enough that it allows you to just put in all of the Naya good stuff and play the huge, dinosaurs that everyone is used to loving. Gishath will probably make an appearance, Zakama, Zatalpa, I hope. That would be funny. So we have Velociraptor for Aaron.
That's cool.
Next up, we have Chase, our resident Phyrexia boy.
It's gotta be.
With 123 votes, the second highest of total votes for one deck.
Well, of course.
We have Corrupting Influence.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna be happy about
the
that.
The Phyrexia Toxic Counters Abzan deck. Very fun.
He's been doing some recon on that deck because he thought he would get it. First of all, it's cool that you guys love Chase and Aaron, and it's clear that you want to give them stuff they're gonna have fun with. They're gonna have a blast.
It's gonna be a lot of fun seeing him throw in all of the Praetors the second that he has any switch-ins allowed. And I predict that there will be more than 4 or 5 total player losses done by Toxic Counters.
Yeah, I think he's actually gonna play Poison this time, which is cool because he usually is nicer in his made decks. This, I hope he comes out to win. I better see some 10 poison count victories.
All right. To absolutely nobody's surprise.
Yeah, it's gotta be Danny.
Danny, the most voted for a single deck. This is over 20% of his votes.
That's huge.
164 votes for Grand Larceny, the Gonti Steel Stuff deck from Outlaws of Thunder Junction.
The thing that made me laugh so hard is when you guys submitted your votes, you didn't always put Gonti or the pre-con. Sometimes you also included messages, and sometimes it was this commander that was slightly worded. Yep. Someone voted for mild larceny instead of grand larceny.
Just ace.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
So Danny is going to be doing a lot of steel stuff and in 3 color. I love seeing people get 3 colors just because it means that the flexibility in like deck changing is going to be so much higher than anything else.
Yep.
And I really, really think he's going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I think
his second most voted was Mind Flayers, which he has a lot of experience on. But the inclusion of green in Grand Larceny, I think is going to make a big difference for like deck consistency for him, which I like.
Yeah, I think he's gonna, he hasn't typically like splashed green in his own personal decks much. He mostly just plays Dimir. But I think he's gonna look at like the way green interacts with those other colors and be like, oh, yeah, not bad.
Next up, we have the opposite of Danny. We have the least voted winner deck for Zach.
Oh, okay.
So his like top 5 were almost all tied.
Yeah. Well, he's such a dark horse. He's a wild card.
The 4 under his top number 1 are decks that other people are playing.
Oh, so they're okay.
So his number 1 is Mutant Menace, the Wise Mothman from Fallout 4 Precons.
Oh, that's so bad for us.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill everyone.
So this is like a mill counter-proliferate strategy. He's kind of dipping into half of Grand Larceny and half into Corrupting Influence.
That's kind of his sweet spot though, because he does play a really good mid-range between I can combo or I can swing.
And it gives him the flexibility to build out the deck in 2 different directions.
Yeah, and maybe even like move them depending on like the rounds.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
And finally, he has synergy between almost every deck at the table. He's going to be doing stuff that throws things into graveyards.
Yeah.
People have graveyard decks. He's going to be doing things that proliferate counters. People are playing counter
Poison,
decks.
yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm really, really interested, not only to see how Zach pilots and builds the deck, but to see how it interacts on the board, just because when Mutant Menace sneezes, everything happens.
Well, in the original one of these where we were kind of talking about the league, you said that Zach has probably the best shot at winning if he gets serious and gets in there.
Yes.
Not only is he getting serious and getting in there, he's got the tools.
All right.
Here we go.
We have Matt up next. Matt is our gruel lover.
Yeah.
He
Oh, he
beats
loves the
face. He hates the stack.
Yep. Please tell me he's playing the stack.
He was tied almost the entire time between two decks. Animated Army, the Bellow Precon, and Quick Draw, the OTJ Instants and Sorceries.
The light side and the dark side.
The light side and the dark side. Matt, with 100 votes exactly, will be playing Quick Draw, Instant and Sorcery stack.
Oh, he's gonna hate that.
He is going to hate it. You guys are devilish for doing this to him. He's going to be drawing cards. He's going to be dealing damage. I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
I know what will happen is he will inevitably come to you, me, and Zach, and he will say, how can I transform this?
Yeah.
How can I turn this into a beatdown deck? And I think he can do it.
I think he can too. And worst case scenario, he's just gonna sub out cards that have more than one line of text for Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what? Lightning Bolt.
Blast.
And I think there's room for that at this table.
I think what'll end up happening is he'll turn this into a deck that is full of secret commanders like Imidane the Pyrohammer. And
that'd be kind of
things-
cool.
Yeah, things
That'd be
that
kinda
just
cool.
like change the idea of the deck, where it's just like, okay, I don't really want to do a bunch of stack stuff. I don't want to play an infinite combo. I'm gonna deal 500 damage to everybody on like turn 12.
Even if it's just every like secret commander mana doublers, triplers, and damage doublers and triplers, when you play those guys and then play a single burn spell that does like 27, like maybe it doesn't instantly win you the game, but it is lethal.
All right,
That's so cool.
next up, we have myself.
I know what you're playing.
My top deck with 80 votes, timey-wimey. I
Go ahead.
hate you. I think that Magic has gone in a lot of directions.
Okay.
I'm too young to enjoy Doctor Who and to have watched it. I also don't really like that brand of sci-fi. I was given maybe the one expansion of cards that I don't want to play.
It's true. We've talked about this a bunch. I think after hearing Drew going through the stages of grief, we've now arrived at Drew has decided that the best way through this is to simply kill us as fast as possible.
I was begging in the Discord. I was begging for people to vote for my favorite commander of all time.
Campaigning.
But I'm here playing timey-wimey. But you know what? The 5 stages of grief have all been successfully completed. You guys are going to see some Dr. Drew.
Oh, Dr. Drew!
I am playing a Jeskai Suspend Counters deck, and I'm going to ramp this shit up to 11. You guys will be lucky to play more than 5 turns against this deck. Hold on to your butts, because I'm sitting at this table the least amount of time possible.
So far, I've only heard proactive decks, really. I haven't heard decks that really stop decks. So I think, here's the thing, if everybody's sword fighting and no one's blocking, it's the first most lethal strike.
I'm building stacks and infinite combos only.
Let's go.
You guys are going to be miserable.
Oh my God.
Next up, Ryan.
Here we go.
Ryan also had a lot of contenders for top deck.
The suggestions were cool.
His top deck got 84 votes.
Oh.
But I want to go through some of the losers first because, man, he has a veritable gallery of amazing decks to choose from. Things that didn't win, sadly, Peace Offering. Would have been an incredible deck to play. Another deck that didn't win, Painbow.
Oh, Painbow was a runner when I was looking.
Painbow runner-up to the 20 Ways to Win Secret Lair Precon.
Oh, that deck is so good. By which I mean it's not actually good, but it's really cool.
Ghost Hentai of Life's Origin that comes with a pre-made checklist of 20 different win conditions pre-packaged into the deck.
That's so good. Okay, I cannot wait to play that deck. And here's the thing, if it's got 20 win conditions, how do I take cards out? It can already win 20 ways.
That's exactly right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the thing.
I could just replace lands for better art.
That's true.
Yeah.
You have Ghost Shintai of Lost Origin, which means that you could package in some shrines to smoothen out those win conditions.
That's true.
You also can pack the new Dragon Tarkir win condition to make it 21.
That's actually such a good point, and probably what I will do. I will probably remove just good cards to add other win conditions.
I think that not only is that good, I think it is maybe the most magical deck that we will have.
Thank you very much. I think Painbow would have been great. I love Jared Carthalion, and I think Planeswalker Commanders are fantastic. This is so much better.
Oh, yeah.
So much better.
And finally,
it's gotta be
the votes for Charlie. Now, he also had many different decks that could have been winners, but his number one deck with 107 votes, Eldrazi Incursion.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen.
We have a colorless deck at the table, and honestly, this spread, I could not have hoped for anything better. Eldrazi Incursion, Ulalek, doubling triggers, copying spells.
They really wanted to put Charlie to work.
They really did, and it is quite a deck to play.
What's cool is that because it's technically 5-color before Devoid, he can just put his favorite, like he could just throw a Scarab God in. It's not an Eldrazi, but it does great stuff.
Exactly.
Or he can just start playing ninjutsu if he wanted to. He can play whatever goofiness he decides to pull out his butt. Fantastic.
So these were the results for the Pre-Con League, and we are so excited to get started playing.
Yep, I think by the time this video goes up, we'll probably film that week, if not the next. And that would probably mean one more week. So give us a couple of weeks after this comes out to see some games.
And we're probably going to do the seating at the table based on the seating that you guys saw in the first video. So if you haven't seen it, it's still worth watching to see what order we're going to play in. And guys, get excited. The Pre-Con League is starting. Draft up your fantasy brackets.
Oh, yeah.
We're having a veritable May Madness.
I guess it's May Madness. Well, you know, something like that. Here's the thing. This is insider betting. I'm betting on Zach.
Yeah, I think Zach is good. I think Charlie really has the foundation for an incredible
No. My boy
chance.
Zach's got this. I'm throwing. I mean, I've got it.
This is going to be great. Thank you so much for voting.
Thank you so much.
We will be doing this again in the future. I am almost certain of it. And we look forward to what you guys decide to give us next. Thank you very much and stay tuned.
Bye.